today. From Portland, Oregon, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Marcus Mariota and the Portland Lumberjacks taking on Jameis Winston and the Sacramento Miners.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Winston. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So now you got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
7 yards to pick up there. Three yards remain for second down. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Mariota to throw it. And he's got Amendola on the connection. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
To throw, Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cole Richardson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lumberjacks have taken a first-quarter lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 11 carries, 57 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Winston. He dumps it off for Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Mario Addison able to record his 5th sack of the season. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Now on 3rd and under pressure, and they got to him again. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
They go play action. Mariota. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long here for Mariota. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Taken from just outside the 30. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Henry again on 2nd down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. A first down throw for Mariota.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to Penny. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Amendola has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Mariota. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mariota now. And the catch made by Dontrell Inman.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mariota.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
They'll throw again. Mariota. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown! Danny Amendola, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Lumberjacks are able to add on to that lead.
Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
Let's see if he can do just that.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Winston. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A handoff to Barkley. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Miners have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
From the 30 on second down. Mario in trouble, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To the air again, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down this stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston now. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
2nd down and goal. Winston.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and goal. Winston. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where you see the final score there. Aaron Rodgers leading the way in the victory.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mariota. He finds his man, complete. It's Stanley.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 2nd down and 7. Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mariota. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Working with a 2nd and 4. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Freeman. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing, Mariota. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lumberjacks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads into bigger errors.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Winston. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Well, it's a jet sweep. The football to Woods. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Jameis now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Winston. Quick slant here to Woods. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Miners have got it back to within a score. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Patterson now for the extra point. That's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Mariota on 1st down. Inman has it over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Mariota to throw it. It's hauled in here by Edmond.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Again, it's Mariota. He finds his man, complete. That's Stanley. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Following the interception, Winston. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Winston. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now Winston.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Levante David. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Now Parkey for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Throwing, Winston. And caught by Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. He's brought down up near midfield. To the air again with Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, it must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Here's Mariota. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, Kendrick. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mariota now. Touchdown! Paul Richardson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lumberjacks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Parkey with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. 5 plays there on that drive. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can...
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception here, Mariota. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lumberjacks take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Second and 16. Jameis to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. On third down, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by George Iloka. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They'll run on first down. Kendrick. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Portland, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.